Toby Fox revealed that Nintendo once considered porting Undertale to the Wii U or 3DS, but the idea was scrapped since the Game Maker engine wasn't compatible with either system. Eventually, the game made its way to the Nintendo Switch, which does support Game Maker. Did you know Undertale almost had a special scene just for speedrunners? In an official newsletter, Toby Fox revealed he planned an alternate version of Sans' judgment. If you reach the last corridor fast enough, instead of his usual dialogue, Sans would just stand there, eating an ice cream cone for almost 2 minutes. Then he'd let you go, saying you clearly had somewhere important to be. This scene was scrapped, but the unused ice cream Sans sprites are still hidden in the game's files. Many fans assume the 6 human souls in Undertale belong to children like Frisk and Kara, but the game itself never actually says this. There's no real evidence they were kids at all. In the Japanese version of Undertale, Sans' name is written as Sanzu. Coincidentally, that's also the name of a river in Japanese mythology where souls are judged before reaching the afterlife. The more sins you've committed, the harder the crossing becomes, which lines up perfectly with Sans acting as your judge at the end of the game. According to the game's own jokes, Temmie Chang's least favorite monster is Aaron. The credits even say she designed him reluctantly, and if you flex during a Temmie fight to summon Aaron, she'll literally run away in disgust. Napstablook actually started out as just a placeholder to test the game's battle layout, but playtesters loved them so much that Toby decided to keep them in as a full character. Back during the Kickstarter days, the game's title was shown in different ways, sometimes as Undertale, other times in all caps as Undertale. Eventually, it settled into the version we know today, Undertale. In Undertale's code, Toby once left a comment hinting that Muffet was supposed to attack with croissants flying both vertically and horizontally. But judging by his very strong words in that note, they were probably scrapped for being way too hard to dodge. Did you know Undertale almost had another pair of royal guards? Originally, there were supposed to be RG-03 and 04, who would swap in for RG-01 and 02 depending on the day of the week. And just like 1 and 2's pacifist route was about love, the peaceful solution for 3 and 4 would have been helping them forgive each other after an argument and become friends again. Mettaton Neo is infamous as a zero-effort boss, and many fans believe he was originally meant to have a full battle. Some think Toby either ran out of time or cut it so players wouldn't waste items before the genocide fight with Sans. But here's the thing. There are no cut files or official statements to back this up. Did you know Lesser Dog's long neck was actually an inside joke? When Toby asked Temmie to design a smaller version of Greater Dog, her sketch had this weirdly long, puffy neck. Toby kept joking about it every day, and Temmie would send him drawings of the neck stretched even longer in MS Paint, until it just became the whole concept. And that's how we got Lesser Dog's iconic long neck, born from Toby trolling Temmie. Although Undertale implies it, Toby Fox confirmed that all 6 humans did reach Asgore and were ultimately killed by him, correcting a common misconception. Deep in Undertale's game files, there's leftover data for a scrapped mechanic where finishing a No Mercy run would actually delete the game itself. Toby ended up dropping the idea since he couldn't figure out how to make it work properly. An old Tumblr post claimed Toby Fox doesn't like the term genocide route and wanted it called something else, but the post never showed proof, and no other sources backed it up. Toby himself has never commented on it. A small but easy-to-miss detail in Undertale's intro is that the human who falls into Mount Ebot isn't Frisk. It's Kara, or whatever you named them. That means Frisk actually falls into the underground much later, not in 2001X. Yet despite the time gap, the surface world still looks modern day, though the extra years might explain how monsters advanced enough to create tech like Mettaton's body. After seeing HoloLive VTuber Haoshu Marine freak out at Flowey in the genocide route, Toby Fox revealed in a DM that he actually voiced Flowey himself for the Japanese version of Undertale. Toby Fox is often quoted as saying the fallen child should be named after the player, but that's not quite true. The claim comes from a tweet taken out of context. In reality, Toby clarified that if you can't think of a name, you can just use your own. And when someone said they named the fallen child after their cat, he simply replied, "That works." Hidden in Undertale's files is an unused draft of a spell option for the battle menu, suggesting players might have been able to learn magic. A pre-alpha screenshot even shows Act and Mercy were originally called Talk and Spare. While the spell option was scrapped in Undertale, it later showed up in Deltarune for Ralsei and Susie instead of Act for Chris. Did you know Muffet wasn't actually designed by Toby Fox? Muffet, along with Glide, So Sorry, and even some NPCs, were created by Kickstarter backers. That's probably why Muffet's role in the story feels kind of random compared to other characters. In Undertale's demo, the instruction manual actually changed depending on your actions in the game. But when the full version switched to a newer engine, that feature had to be scrapped since it couldn't update images directly onto your hard drive anymore. For Undertale's 10th anniversary, Toby Fox made a website where fans could share how the game changed their lives. But so many people rushed to post their stories that the site couldn't handle it, and Toby had to tell fans to come back later. Toby Fox once admitted he was frustrated by the player character's slow walking speed in Undertale, but he decided against adding a run button later, since it would throw off the timing of so many key scenes.